With episode Heresy dropping this upcoming Tuesday, I wanted to cover some of the exotics that I think will dominate the upcoming episode. The selected exotics were chosen due to either buffs that will increase their potency in in-game content, or artifact mods that have been revealed thus far that will enhance these weapons. Be sure to let me know in the comments below what exotics you think will be dominant in Heresy, but without wasting any more time, I'm SniperKH, and let's hop into the video. To open this video, I wanted to highlight the Hardlight. It's kind of wild to think about, but Hardlight might very well be a top tier ad clear weapon starting next episode. In case you missed it, Bungie confirmed that Hardlight's The Fundamentals perk was getting a rework. Instead of the perk granting stat bonuses depending on what elemental damage you're rocking, this weapon will now gain a 30% damage boost for 10 seconds when you apply or receive an elemental keyword that matches the elemental damage type that is on your Hardlight at that moment. This means that if you have Hardlight set to Solar and you apply Scorch to an enemy, or you gain Radiant or Restoration, then you'll gain a 30% damage boost for 10 seconds, which will allow this weapon to absolutely melt adds in all content. Add on to this the fact that Hardlight is an exotic kinetic, so it intrinsically gets a 30% damage boost compared to other legendary kinetic or exotic weapons, and you have a weapon that will be unbelievable in the new episode. It's also worth mentioning that since Borealis and Dead Messenger have the same perk, they'll also be getting the same buff, so both of those exotics will also be amazing, but I wanted to highlight Hardlight since I think it might bring slightly more utility to your loadout. Next up, let's discuss a classic Destiny weapon, and that of Vex Mythoclast. Vex is once again returning to the meta next episode, as we're going to be seeing the return of a beloved seasonal artifact mod. Bungie revealed in their Heresy developer livestream this past Tuesday that Particle Deconstruction from Season of the Lost will be returning in Heresy, this time under the name Particle Reconstruction. For those that aren't aware, Particle Reconstruction will grant fusion rifles and linear fusion rifles a damage boost when dealing sustained fusion rifle or linear fusion rifle damage to a target. When Particle Deconstruction was first in the game, this damage boost was somewhere around a 50% damage bonus, which is massive for endgame content. That being said, considering the name change for this mod and Bungie lowering the potency of artifact mods as we've seen with Concussive Reload this season, there's a good chance that damage boost from this mod will be noticeably lower next season. That being said, I imagine that this mod will give fusion rifles and linear fusion rifles a noticeable boost in the PvE meta. To explain Vex Mythoclast's place on this list, Vex has the ability to fulfill the sustained damage requirement for Particle Reconstruction, meaning that this could be a great support weapon for linear fusion rifles. Additionally, Vex Mythoclast does have a linear fusion rifle mode that you can switch to once you get 6 kills with it in PvE, meaning that this weapon can also grant itself a nice little damage boost. Another neat tidbit of information for those of you who still do not have Vex Mythoclast yet, Bungie confirmed that Vault of Glass will be receiving a loot refresh with Heresy, so if you don't have it yet, then be sure to farm Atheon during Vault of Glass weeks to get it quicker. Overall, this is a weapon that you will definitely want to have ready for Heresy, as I predict it will be insane. Next up, we have Sleeper Simulant. As I mentioned with Vex Mythoclast, Sleeper Simulant will be dominant next episode as it will benefit from the Particle Reconstruction mod. While Sleeper Simulant is not the best linear fusion rifle at the moment, it's still a great option, putting out great damage while having a solid ammo economy. Another main reason behind this recommendation is that Sleeper Simulant will be a much more accessible option for the meta, as it's a weapon anyone can get regardless of if you own any of the currently available expansions or not. If you don't have this weapon yet, you can get it from the Monument of the Lost Lights vendor in the tower under the Red War tab. For the final exotic I wanted to mention in today's video, we have Darcy. Yep, the community's yardstick is actually getting some more utility, and the utility this weapon is getting is jaw-dropping. Bungie confirmed in the January 23rd twid that Darcy is going to be getting a slight rework, which would repurpose this weapon into having the same purpose Gjallarhorn and Ergo Sum have. Starting in Heresy, Darcy will grant all non-exotic sniper rifles improved recoil, target acquisition, flinch, handling, but most importantly, precision damage by simply hitting a target with Darcy. This buff can be stacked up to 5 times, and for the Darcy user, you'll also get a 15% damage boost once you hit 5 targets, which will make Darcy insane. This buff will turn a once forgotten exotic sniper rifle into arguably one of the best utility weapons in the game, and is the exact reason why you need to get your hands on it before the release of Heresy. Well, that'll wrap up today's video. If you found it helpful, be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more Destiny 2 content dropping soon. If there's another exotic I forgot to mention that you feel might dominate in the upcoming episode, then let me know by dropping a comment below. Otherwise, be sure to check out the links in the description below for my social media platforms, where I'll be announcing when I upload and go live with Heresy's release. With that being said, I'm SniperKH, and I'm out. Good luck with gaming.